Let's start this reduction lino print together. Firstly, I start with a plan that I've designed on the computer. I then trace this image and then transfer this to the lino. Make sure you flip your image over because when you print it will be in reverse. When I traced, I used a 2B pencil. As it's softer, it transfers a little easier to your lino. You can then easily transfer with pen on the back of your tracing paper. I'm using the tracing paper I was given in class, which was it was quite a frosted tracing paper, and I didn't really get on with it. So as you can see here, I just end up scribbling because I can't see the design very well through the tracing paper. So make sure you invest in a good tracing paper too to help you on your journey. Make sure you're actually checking your design as you go as well. Just keep lifting it up just to check that you've transferred everything. And once you've transferred, you can start drawing and making sure all the lines are perfect. Annoyingly, I used a number 2 HB pencil, which I didn't realise would just make so much mess on the lino. So I had to wash my lino before I started printing. But make sure you do this bit with a hard pencil, or it's just going to cause so many problems if you're printing light colours, because it also starts printing the pencil lines. If your design is clear enough and you're also confident enough, you could actually skip this step. But because it's so complex, my design, and I just felt that I needed to draw over it so I could see what I was doing properly. Now I'm doing a reduction lino print for this one, and I'm doing 3 layers. So when I do actually start cutting, I'm going to cut the moon and the clouds and the stars, which is everything that's going to be white. This is in preparation for my class. So when I'm there and I've printed my first layer, which is the background layer, I'm then going to start cutting out the background and just leave the outline of the clouds and the dragon itself. So once you've done that, you can start cutting. And I'm taking my time with the moon because I want it to be circular, like as circular as I can get it. And I'm also using my new bench hook for this. It's my first time using it and I've found it really handy. I don't think I could use it on any smaller pieces, but on pieces this size and bigger, definitely use a bench hook. But I do think I probably could have done the circular part of the moon without it, because it's easier to spin when you're cutting circular areas. But this is all little things that I'm learning along the way. But it did work really well when I was doing this sort of jagged effect inside the actual moon, because I wanted the ink to pick up the slight little bits and it not to be like perfect circles. I didn't want a perfect spiral. I was thinking sort of Tim Burton style, because I absolutely love Tim Burton. But as you can see, this bit was taking forever, so I did speed up the video because we would have been here all day. Honestly, it took me about 2 hours to do this, so it's a lot easier sped up. And I loved doing these little stars, and I should have span the liner around, but I know that now for next time. That's how you do perfect circles and things. Also, when it came to cutting these little clouds out, I could have done with changing to a smaller tool, but once I got to the class, I decided to actually do that and get a little tool out and get in there into all the detail, and it just looks so much better. I think next time, I think that I shouldn't be too afraid to add more detail and try all the different tools, because at the moment I'm just sort of stuck on one V tool and 2 U tools, which is fine, but for finer detail and taking a lot out, I should really be switching my tools up a bit more often. But like I say, this is all learning, and this is my very first reduction piece to my own design. So I really hope you like it. Unfortunately, I couldn't record in class, but you can see my finished design on one of my previous videos. And there it is, all ready for my first layer.